Hello everyone, my name is Lester Hernandez, and the subject of this video is to cover the shortcomings and wish list for user story 2531, which is the filters and refine search feature. This feature is part of the project BreazeHome 4.0. Our product owner and instructor is Dr. Masood Sajadi, and contact information can be found on screen. Let's jump straight into it. The first shortcoming related to the filters can be seen as soon as we reload the results page. The properties list will load as well as the map. If we go to filters, the charts will be populating, and it will take roughly between 10 and 15 seconds for all the charts to populate. During that time, filters cannot be applied or reset. In my opinion, 15 seconds of loading time for the charts without allowing the user to apply or reset a filter is way too long. I believe this is a shortcoming, and performance of the charts can actually be improved by coming up with a way to store updated counts for various interval combinations on the BreazeHome database. The way that the chart values are actually retrieved right now is by repeatedly querying the database via HTTP requests to the backend. This is very slow. It takes about a second for any request to be completed. If we have counts stored as part of a view set on the backend, then we would need less overall requests and the loading time for the charts would actually decrease. The challenge with this approach is that there are many interval combinations that are possible among the different filter options that contain a chart. Therefore, brute forcing the counts for all interval combinations can actually be very time consuming and not the most efficient approach. However, I'm sure that there can be a compromise in the future between the requests that need to be sent to populate the charts and the data that needs to be presented by the backend, so that populating the charts can be done in less time and therefore achieve greater performance. The second shortcoming with the filters is that some options are disabled. This includes buttons that can be checked for the property type category, listing type tagged by me, and features and amenities. And it also includes time on BreazeHome as well as price per square feet. All of these fields have code to actually detect that a filter has been applied and send a query to the backend. However, they have all been disabled because of one of two reasons. One, we don't have a database field that can be queried to display the option. And second, application of a filter option like balcony will return very few results due to the nature of the data being pulled from the MLS. And therefore it will be counterproductive to have these options enabled, when most of the time they will return either very few results or no results at all. All of these problems are related to data cleaning and analysis. The Pirates Feed team members started working on an approach to clean the data and store more fields based on the data that has already been provided. However, this is a work in progress and will most likely be continued on the semesters to come. Once the data that we possess is clean and consistent, most of these options for filters can actually be enabled and they would work properly. The third and last shortcoming of the filters is actually not of the filters themselves, but it's related to it. If we go ahead and enter a search address on the search bar, for example, a zip code 33193, and we press enter, it would display properties on that zip code, as you can see. But if we go ahead and apply a filter, it will not update the properties list or map. And the reason for this is that the search address filter was not implemented by me, it was implemented by another team member, and the current implementation basically supersedes whatever filter is applied after a search is done. I believe that the intended behavior for the search address and the filter is for them to work together. The search address would initially override any filters that are applied. However, after a search address is done, if a filter is applied, it should filter addresses within the area that was specified on the search address. This is pretty straightforward. However, the way that it was done in the code, the search address would basically take priority over any filter that is applied, since the search address actually uses properties stored in the root scope properties variable. This integration bug was actually caught really late into our project, so we had no way to fix it and provide an alternative implementation. Therefore, it is now in the hands of future developers of the BreazeHome team. That's all for this shortcomings and wishlist video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or Dr. Masood Sajadi. Thank you very much.